I never believed in strange messages. Spam, scams, wrong numbers. That's all they ever were. Until one Tuesday evening, I was sitting alone in my room when my phone buzzed. The message came from an unknown number. Don't answer the door at 9:17 p.m. I laughed. Who sent something like that? I replied, who is this? No answer. A few minutes later, another message arrived. I'm serious. Do not answer the door. Now I was curious. I checked the time. 9:05 p.m. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe one of my friends. I decided to ignore it. At 9:16 p.m., my phone buzzed again. Whatever you hear, stay inside. My stomach tightened. The clock changed to 9:17. And then, knock, knock, knock. 3 slow knocks, not loud, not aggressive, just calm, patient. Waiting. I walked toward the door. The phone buzzed again. Please don't. I stopped. For some reason, I listened. The knocking continued for another 10 seconds. Then it stopped. I looked through the peephole. Nobody. The hallway was empty. I opened the door anyway. Nothing. No footsteps. No sound. No one? But on the floor sat a small white envelope, and written across the front were 3 words. You're already late. I carried the envelope inside. My hands were shaking. The paper felt old. Inside was a photograph. It showed my apartment building. The picture looked recent, very recent. Then I noticed something strange. A figure stood in one of the windows. My window, my room. The photo had been taken from outside, but I was visible inside the room, which meant someone had been watching. Me? On the back of the photograph was a time, 9:17 p.m., the exact moment the knocking started. I immediately checked outside again. Nothing. Then my phone buzzed. Another message. Now you understand. I typed back instantly. Who are you? This time I got an answer. I'm you. I stared at the screen. My first thought was obvious. Someone was joking. But then another message arrived. You'll receive a call at 10:03 p.m. Don't answer. I looked at the clock. 9:48 p.m. Whoever this was had predicted the knocking, and they somehow had that photograph. Against my better judgment, I waited. The minutes crawled by. 1001, 1002, 1003. My phone rang. Unknown number. Exactly as predicted. I should have ignored it. Instead, I answered. Silence. Then breathing. Slow breathing. Like someone standing very close to the microphone. I said hello 3 times. No response. Then I heard my own voice. Not similar. Not close. Exactly my voice. It said, don't go to the storage room tomorrow. The call ended. I checked the duration. 9 seconds. The next morning, I couldn't focus. All day I thought about that call. Storage room? My building had one in the basement. I told myself I wouldn't go, but curiosity always wins. That evening I walked downstairs. The basement lights flickered. Everything felt wrong. Halfway down the corridor, I noticed something. On the floor, a phone, an old phone. Its screen was cracked, but it was still on. I picked it up. There was only one saved contact. The contact name was M.E., and beneath it was a note. If you're reading this, I failed. The phone contained dozens of recordings, all of them made by someone who sounded exactly like me. Recording after recording described events before they happened. The knocking, the photograph, the phone call, everything. The final recording was different. The voice sounded exhausted, terrified. It said, if you found this, you're following the same path I followed. I felt cold. The voice continued. I thought the messages were a joke too. A long pause, then, at midnight, you'll see someone outside your window. I checked the time. .11:52 p.m. My heart started racing. The recording ended. I ran upstairs, locked every door, closed every curtain, and waited. .11:59 p.m. Midnight, I looked outside. Nothing. I almost laughed at myself. Then movement caught my eye. Across the street, standing perfectly still beneath the streetlight, was someone watching my window. Someone wearing my clothes. Someone with my face. I froze. The figure didn't move. Neither did I. For nearly a minute, we simply stared at each other. Then my phone buzzed one final time. A new message. The cycle starts when you look away. I glanced down for only a second. When I looked back up, the figure was gone. My room suddenly felt silent, too silent. Then I heard breathing behind me, slow, steady, close. I turned around. Nobody. But my phone displayed one last message. No number, no sender, just text. You finally became the contact. That was 6 months ago. Since then, I've received messages before strange events happen. I've tried changing phones, changing numbers, even moving cities. Nothing works. The messages still arrive. And now I've done something I promised myself I would never do. I've told this story because yesterday I received a message unlike any other. It said, "Someone will hear your story." And beneath it were 4 words. Then it becomes theirs.